be working on an upper body mobility challenge today. This is going to be 3 exercises that I love that you can use as a warm up, just multiple times a day to help kind of make that upper body, shoulder, thoracic spine area feel really good. Okay. I apologize in advance. One of them is going to be a little bit difficult to see because I'm going to be on the wall back to you a little bit, but I'll walk you through it as best I can. Okay. But again, this is something that can be standalone just to help make you feel really good for if you're still feeding, whether bottle or breast, and you're constantly in this position. This is great just to help get a little bit more movement separate from the pelvis, which is always super helpful, and just helping improve the posture and the shoulders so that you can be pain-free and help the pelvic floor as much as possible. Okay, so things, equipment-wise that you will need today, nice long foam roller and a band. That's it. Okay, and a wall. Now, sometimes I do this. You can see my short foam roller here too, but you really only need the one. So whichever you have is great. For the wall exercise, the longer one is better. So if you're going to pick one, I would pick the long one, and then we just make it work with the long one. Okay, so we're going to start with a thread the needle. So you're going to come down on your hands and knees. The band is going to be off to my right, so the foam roller is going to be off to my right. However, I'm going to grab the band with my left hand, and then I'm going to come into a hands and knees position, okay, with my left hand on this foam roller, holding the band. I'm going to push away from the floor with my right hand, okay, pushing away through the armpit, not rounding, okay, but really driving through that armpit. Knees are under hips. I'm going to exhale, find that core, those lower abs tucking the pelvis. And then I'm slowly going to let the band and the foam roller, still pushing away with my right hand, let this left upper spine, thoracic spine, and shoulder come through. Okay, inhale, exhale, come back to that square starting position. Maintaining this push even as you come through. So you don't want to sink into this right shoulder. Okay, you can inhale here, exhale. Meanwhile, you're keeping that pelvis nice and still, lower abs are engaged. Exhale to come back in. Inhale. Okay, making sure that you do both sides. So from the back, band is to my left, so is the foam roller. Right hand is holding the band. I'm driving through that left hand. Inhale, exhale, tuck the pelvis, find those lower abs, let the band pull my right shoulder and thoracic spine through. Inhale, exhale, bring it back. So essentially, every time you're moving, there's an exhale. Every time you're in that starting position or that lengthened position, there's an inhale. Trying to inhale into any tight spaces, into the back every time. Okay. Now from here, we're going to go into a scap push-up. So you're going to come down into a child's pose position, a modified one. So my butt is in the air, my hips are over my knees. I'm going to have my hands parallel to each other. And then what I'm thinking about here is I'm going to drop my chest by bringing my shoulder blades towards each other and my spine, making sure that the top of my shoulder blade and the bottom of my shoulder blade are coming in at the same rate. And then I'm going to exhale and push away from the floor, making sure I don't round. Okay, again, it's as I push away, my shoulder blades are now coming towards the sides of my rib cage. And then as I lower down, they're coming towards my spine. I'm also not leading with my head. I'm not doing a chicken peck. Okay, spine stays nice and neutral. you're really just concentrating on the movement of the shoulder blades around the rib cage. Again, making sure that the shoulder blades come together at the same time versus the tips and then the bottoms. Okay. So, really concentrating on the spine of the shoulder blade flush with your actual spine. And then as you push away, they're gliding more towards this part of your rib cage and away from the spine. And then from there, we're going to go into our serratus rolls on the wall. So this one is going to be a little bit more, you'll just have to kind of visualize for me. But we're going to come into a slight plank position. So I'm going to be on my toes. I'm at an angle from the wall. I'm going to place my forearms on the foam roller parallel to each other, keeping my fingertips closer to the wall than my elbows. Okay, making sure I tuck my pelvis if needed, keeping that hip and rib cage stack. And then I'm gonna roll my hands up the wall as I keep my fingertips closer to the wall than my elbow, making sure that as I come to the top, I'm not flaring the rib cage or arching my back. Again, we are moving through the shoulder blades, okay? So you wanna keep that rib cage connected to your pelvis the entire time, okay? Really trying to feel that shoulder blade come through the armpit as you roll up the wall, okay? So again, add those as their own separate workouts, see how it feels, incorporate them into your next upper body day as part of your warm-up. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I'd love to hear how it made you feel.